Communication is really the most important subject in school. A lot of times we'll put more focus on subjects like math or science or English, when really communication is how society functions and how we can advance so far today. Through this class, I've been able to look at myself as a communicator for the first time in depth and really get a grasp of what my strengths are and what my weaknesses and how I can improve as an effective communicator. Two of the traits that I've looked at in this class that I realized that I can improve on to become a more effective communicator is verbal communication and listening, which is a form of communication. First off, verbal communication is really how we speak to each other, how we express our ideas, how we share what we want to other people. There's other forms, but really what I want to improve upon is verbal communication and public speaking. I feel like that is super important in a lot of jobs and just school and life, knowing how to public speak. And also, the other skill I wanted to work on and form is listening, which I think a lot of people don't really think, oh, communication class, why are you learning about listening? But really, it's probably the most important part of communication, and it's really the first step that we use and to communicate with each other. And without effective communication, or without effective listening, it's really hard to have effective communication. I realized that I should improve my listening skills throughout this class. But like I said, kind of verbal communication more in depth of why I think it's so important really every day, either with our classmates, our class every day. We could be like this guy, we could be giving speeches, talking with our classmates and our colleagues, and it's really just get ideas out to each other and present what we believe in and what we want to share. And also, a lot of jobs you really need kind of strong verbal communication skills. Later in life, I want to work in sales, so I really want to get better at verbal communication with one-on-one encounters and also public speaking, because I feel like a lot of times I'll be having to talk in meetings or pitch ideas to big companies. And then the other one, listening, why I think it's so important. Every day we use it for school, from taking notes, or really we listen to in conversations. We have to listen to each other to communicate effectively. And also, listening is a key skill that I just realized from a couple chapters ago. It's a key skill for jobs nowadays, so it's also a key skill that I need to learn for if I want to work in sales, working with clients or customers. I need to listen to their demands and what they want from me to be more effective. And it's same with verbal communication, really important. And lastly, thirdly, what have I done to improve upon my skills that I wanted to learn? So I have a history class, and a lot of times my teacher will kind of ask us to volunteer to read something off the board or answer a question. And a lot of times I'm not really the most outspoken person in class, so I'm not really the first person to volunteer to say something. But through this class, I kind of realized that I need to push myself, and this is a perfect opportunity to volunteer and let my voice be heard and raise my confidence level. And so far, I've done it over the past couple of weeks. If my teachers asked us to read something off the board, I've done that a couple times. And I kind of seen just how not bad, it's not as bad as I thought, and it kind of gives me the confidence that I need. And also, better with listening, a way that I've been practicing active listening is through taking better notes in class. A lot of times, I'll just write on paper just a couple things that the speaker is saying, and I'll kind of doze off and show pseudo listening, and the teacher will probably think I'm listening by agreeing or just giving them thumbs up, show that I look like I'm listening when really I'm thinking of something else. So I kind of want to get rid of that and engage more. And recently instead of just taking paper notes, kind of having notes that almost look like that, having doodles. I mean, this is kind of far-fetched, but still, I've been really focused on bringing my laptop to school. That's a new way I take notes, and printing out the notes that she's going to go over that day, and really engaging. It's really helped me engage more with the notes because I've been able to see the outline about what she's going to talk, and then I look at the outline, then look at what she's saying, and it helps me connect the ideas together and helps me engage more. So that's really helped me get better notes that look more so like this compared to that. And then a way that I want to keep on practicing is I'm currently looking for a new job, and I feel like a job that I can really practice my communication skills of verbal communication, listening, is being a waiter at a restaurant. Because I mean, it's kind of obvious, but you greet the table. That takes public speaking skills, interpersonal speaking, verbal skills. So that's one way. And then also listening to the customer and taking the right order is a great way to practice just active listening and being more exact. And it's just a really great way to practice these skills. And in conclusion, this class has really so far let me look at myself more as a communicator than I have in other communication classes, and it's kind of helped me for the better and actually take some of the skills that I've learned in class and then bring that to outside world, what I'm doing in other classes that I present with other opportunities to improve my verbal and active listening skills. But really, some of these steps I'm taking, opportunities I have, they're smaller baby steps, but really what this class is doing is preparing me for what I want to do later in life and taking the steps right now to keep on building up and taking more steps and more steps to eventually become the effective communicator that I want to be. So, in all, this class has really helped me become the effective communicator that I want to be. Thank you.